What's up everybody, I'm Logan from Sleepopolis, and today I'll be reviewing the Helix mattress. Now throughout this video, I'll be telling you what the mattress feels like, what it's made of, run some tests, compare it against the Purple and Casper mattresses, and finally tell you who I think should or shouldn't buy the mattress. Now if there's anything that I don't cover throughout the video, please feel free to leave a comment below. But for right now, let's jump in and talk about what the Helix feels like. Now, in talking about what a Helix mattress feels like, it's important to note that there are actually 6 different models in the standard Helix mattress line. They range from the soft Sunset and Moonlight models to the medium firm Midnight and Dusk models, and finally the firm support of the Twilight and Dawn models. Now, depending on what position you sleep in and your body type and different sleep preferences, you want to go with one over the other. Now, there are some slight differences in the materials that are used in the construction of the mattresses, but we'll cover that a little bit later on. Now, in terms of testing out the mattress, when I'm lying down on my back, my weight is evenly distributed in this position, and in general, I think strict back sleepers are pretty safe with any of the Helix mattresses. It's really going to come down to a preference call on whether you like memory foam or whether you like firmer support. It really depends on what you like personally, and it's less about positionally what is recommended for you. Now that changes a little bit when you roll onto your side, because I generally recommend softer mattresses to these strict side sleepers out there. Now, if you are a strict side sleeper, your weight is concentrated over a lower surface area and it pushes you further into the mattress, and that can cause trouble at the shoulders and the hips. Those are 2 places that we see side sleepers have problems with pressure a lot. We are going to take a closer look at pressure later on in the review. I just wanted to mention that because I do actually think that the softer models of the Helix are going to be better for the side sleepers out there. So that's going to be the Sunset and the Moonlight, and probably even the Midnight version as well is going to be okay for most side sleepers. Now, Helix does recommend one of their firmer versions, the Twilight, as kind of a firmer support with a memory foam top to side sleepers as well. I think that could work for some people. I think a lot of people might actually find that they're going to push through the memory foam and get a little jammed up on that. But if you are on the lighter side, you might be okay looking for that kind of firmer support with a memory foam top for that nice pressure relief, that kind of nice mix there. Now, when you are rolling around and changing positions throughout the night, I do want to point out that the Helix mattress does have really great balance and mobility thanks to its hybrid construction. When I say a hybrid mattress, it means it's a mixture of foam and coil layers. So you're going to have the nice pressure relieving comfort on top with the foam layers and the nice bounce and support you might be looking for out of an inner spring mattress with the pocketed coil support below. Now, rolling around, changing positions onto your stomach, generally what I'm looking for here is really firm support. Stomach sleepers need to be really conscious of what their hips are doing. If your hips are sinking too far into the mattress, it's going to throw your spine out of alignment, cause you to wake up with aches and pains in your lower back. So if you are a strict stomach sleeper, you're going to want to look at either the Twilight or probably the Dawn version is going to be best for you to keep you more on top of the mattress, keep your spine aligned in a good position. Now, most people are kind of fall somewhere in between backside combo sleepers, stomach side combo sleepers, things like that. I do really think the medium versions, the Midnight and Dusk versions, are probably going to be the best options for the widest array of sleepers. Now, instead of just taking my word on the feel of a Helix mattress, I like to run a few tests so you get a more objective look at what's going on with these beds. So the first test up is the pressure map test, and just like it sounds, I put a pressure map down on top of the mattress, lie down in a few positions, and you see the results next to me ranging from blue for low pressure to red for high pressure. Now, I did run this test on all 6 Helix mattresses, but I won't make you sit through all of them. I did just want to point out that it does kind of go in line with what I normally think of as good for side and back sleepers, things like that, is that I was more impressed with the pressure relief on these softer mattresses and those with memory foam tops. That's really what we see a lot. That's not to say you won't feel comfortable on one of the firmer mattresses. It really just is about the positional recommendations on firmness here. So if you are someone who's a strict side sleeper, I would recommend you go with either the Midnight or below in terms of the firmness level of the mattress. Now, the next test up is the bounce test, and this is a check to see how much mobility the Helix mattress provides. Basically, are you going to feel stuck in the layers when you're adjusting yourself during the middle of the night? And like I said before, I was really impressed with the Helix's ability to kind of allow me to change positions. Even with the memory foam versions of the Helix mattress, there's good mobility. I don't think you're going to feel stuck at all when adjusting your position during the middle of the night. The next test up is the motion transfer test, and basically if you share your bed with a partner, are you going to feel it in the middle of the night when they get into and out of bed, or roll around and adjust their position? And to test that, I put a seismometer down on the mattress where you might be sleeping, and on the other side of the bed, I drop a 10-pound steel ball from heights of 4, 8, and 12 inches to stimulate that motion on the other side of the mattress. And what that seismometer does is it tracks the disturbance that's moved across the bed with each of those drops. Now, I gotta say, the Sunset, Midnight, and Twilight versions of the Helix mattress were really impressive on their motion isolation capabilities, and that's because they have memory foam comfort layers. The memory foam is really great at isolating motion transfer because it does have a slower response to pressure. Now, the other versions of the Helix mattress were okay, kind of in that average, what I expect out of a bed-in-a-box hybrid mattress, but I did just want to highlight how impressed I was with the memory foam versions of the Helix mattress in terms of isolating that motion transfer. Now, the last test that I run is an edge support test, and basically, are you going to be able to sleep all the way to the end of the bed without worrying about collapsing the side or rolling out of bed in the middle of the night? You're gonna be able to sit on the side of the bed in the morning, tie your shoes, that kind of a thing. And overall, I was really impressed with the ability of the Helix to support you at the end of the bed. I don't think you're gonna have to worry about collapsing the side at all. Now, to give you a better idea of what's going on with the Helix mattress, I've opened up the cover so you can see the materials used and the layers of it. I do want to point out that there are 6 mattresses in the Helix line, and they do actually use slightly different materials in the comfort and transition layers depending on what feel they're going for, but they are all arranged in the same way. They're all the same height, so I'm just going to kind of talk through it here. Currently, I'm taking a look at the Sunset mattress, but in general, I did just want to kind of bring that up. Now, the cover is actually the same on all Helix mattresses. It's a polyester cover. It's got a nice, thin, breathable feel to it. It's going to help you sleep a little bit cooler. Now, underneath that, we have the comfort layer. Here on the Sunset, as well as on the Midnight and Twilight mattresses, it is a memory foam comfort layer. You can see that slow response to pressure there. It's gonna give you that nice body contouring feel. You're gonna get that nice kind of hug around your body. It's really great for pressure relief. Now, on the Moonlight, Dusk, and Dawn versions of this mattress, they actually use Helix dynamic foam. So you're still gonna sink into it. You're still gonna get some nice pressure relief. Not quite the same contour you're gonna feel on memory foam, but you're gonna feel more on top of the Helix dynamic foam than kind of in memory foam like you do here. Now, below that, we have the transition layer, and the transition layer actually varies depending on which mattress you're on. And what it really does is kind of transition you from the comfort layer into the pocketed coil support below. Now, that coil support is there for all 6 Helix mattresses. It will be either firmer or softer depending on the feel you're looking for. I do want to talk about pocketed coils for a second. They are really great for support. They give great bounce. As you can see here, you're going to have great mobility on a Helix mattress. One thing you might not realize, though, is that because they are individually wrapped, they're going to be better at isolating motion transfer than your traditional inner spring mattress. Now, those steel coils are usually kind of wrapped together and can be really tough for isolating motion. Now, at the base here, we have a high-density polyfoam, and that's really just to give the coil something to press off of. Now, if you're watching this review of the Helix, I'm assuming you're also taking a look at a few other mattresses online. So I want to compare the Helix against a few of its biggest competitors. First up is the Helix versus Casper mattress. Now, Casper is probably best known for their all-foam Casper Original, but they actually have a few hybrid mattresses in their line as well. The Casper Hybrid has that nice medium firmness, just like the original Casper mattress, but offers a bit more bounce thanks to the coil support. They also have the Casper Nova Hybrid, which has a softer feel that I really like for side sleepers. And finally, they have the Casper Wave Hybrid, which is a luxury mattress with a super plush feel. These beds all offer great bounce and mobility with nice pressure relief, and to learn more, you can check out their full reviews, which I've linked to in the description below. Next up, we have the Helix versus Purple mattress. Now, Purple is unique in their use of their hyper-elastic polymer comfort grid. Now, that polymer is a bouncy material that sleeps cool, and the grid structure creates walls that strategically collapse where you need pressure relief the most. Now, the original Purple used foam support, but they actually have 3 hybrid mattresses in their line at this point, and they range in firmness from the 4-inch Purple Hybrid Premier, which is the softest, to the firmest 2-inch Purple Hybrid mattress. Now, these are really interesting mattresses, and to learn more, I recommend you check out my full reviews, which I've linked to in the description below. Next, we have the Helix versus Helix Luxe mattress. Now, all 6 standard Helix mattresses come in a Luxe version. These are pillow top hybrid mattresses with a really solid build. Now, as the name suggests, the Luxe line is a bit more of a luxury item. I really like the Helix Luxe line. I think they're definitely worth taking a look at. So if you want to check out my full Helix Luxe review or the Helix standard versus Luxe line comparison, I've linked to those below as well. Now here at Sleepopolis, we receive a lot of questions about Helix mattresses that aren't normally covered in our testing template, so I want to cover a few of the most frequently asked questions here. First up, do you need a box spring with a Helix mattress? And the answer is no, you don't need one. They are designed to work on slatted bed frames. Now if you do have a box spring that you really like, or you just prefer using a box spring, you can feel free to do so. Next up, how long do Helix mattresses last? I did mention before that Helix does offer a 10-year warranty on their mattresses. However, I would say that in general with a bed-in-a-box mattress, you're probably going to want to change it up every 5 to 7 years. Last but not least, can you flip a Helix mattress? And the answer is no. The way the layers of the mattress are set up is so that the support is on the bottom and the comfort layers are on top. If you are worried about wearing out your mattress, you can rotate it 180 degrees every 6 months. And before I end the review, I do want to give you my pros and cons for the Helix line. First up, reasons to buy it is that they have something for all types of sleepers. The fact that they have 6 different models in their standard line shows that they have different feels and support levels. So if you are a back sleeper, side sleeper, or anything in between, you're going to be able to find something with Helix. I'd also say they're great if you're looking for something with some bounce. The hybrid construction of the combination of foam and coil layers means you're going to have a nice mix of support and comfort and really be able to change positions without feeling stuck in the mattress at all. And finally, I think the Helix mattresses are a great value. You're getting a really high quality mattress at a solid price. Some of my cons or Helix mattress complaints are that the standard line doesn't actually have any organic mattress options. Helix does actually make the Birch, which is a latex hybrid that has an organic mattress component to it. I will link to my review of that in the description below. And also, if you are someone who prefers to just sink deep into the mattress, you're not looking for the bounce of a hybrid like this, you're not going to get that same body contouring feel here. And finally, if you are interested in purchasing a Helix mattress, I want to give you some of their company policies. First up, they offer a 100-night trial period, so you'll be able to have it in your home for just over 3 months, deciding whether you want to keep it or send it back. Shipping is free. It will arrive compressed in a box, and if you've never had a bed-in-a-box mattress before, you should know that you'll want to let it decompress for a few hours or even overnight before you sleep on it, so you get the full support and feel of the mattress. And finally, Helix offers a 10-year warranty on their standard mattress line. So that's it for my review of the Helix mattress line. If there's anything I didn't cover, just leave a comment below. Now, if you are interested in getting the individual reviews of any of the Helix mattresses, you can check them out on Sleepopolis. Also, be sure to follow us on social media so you don't miss any of our new reviews or giveaway announcements, and head to Sleepopolis for all of your sleep needs.